Hello and welcome. So today I'm interviewing the beautiful Bianca Bailey, who has just experienced recently the course Fun, Fabulous, Flowing in the Feminine. And I thought, I can share with you the what's, the how it all works, my experience as the course trainer, but I think it's much more powerful to hear from the women who have experienced it firsthand. So Bianca, tell me, what was your experience of having been in Fun, Fab, Flowing?
I loved it. So I had been manifesting something like this. I feel like I needed to have my cup filled up. And as soon as this was released, I reached out to you and was like, okay, I don't really know what this is, but I need to do it. Because as women, we tend to put everyone else ahead of ourselves. And I knew that I needed to spend that time on myself and just tune in to what was going on.
Yeah. And it's so powerful when you actually allow yourself to tune in, to go like, wow, this is what I need right now. So tell me, why would you recommend it, knowing that there was a need there? What things go on for you that play out? Like, for different women can have different experience of why they would want to be in the course. But for you, what was it personally? Like, why did you show up in the course? And then why would you recommend it to another woman?
Okay, so I would recommend it to people. I feel like every woman needs to do this, and it truly needs to be a course that is shared with girls at school.
Yeah.
Because the lessons that you shared with us are things that I take into everyday life now. So even breathing, just before you hit record, I was like, I need a moment so that I can breathe.
Yeah.
And learning those things to help us deal with our days, things like self-love, breathing, tuning into our intuition. Yep. So there's all those things that we don't get taught, but we know that there's something out there. So as a feminine, we want to be able to tap into our flowing self. And yep. I love just retuning into that, and wearing dresses and wearing like feminine clothing and looking into the mirror and saying I love you. And what I know that I experienced, I've then stepped more into my feminine. So my husband is in the Navy and he was coming and going quite a lot, so I felt like I was in my masculine a lot, and we know that can be very energy draining. That's not somewhere that as a woman you want to be. No. So being able to recognize that and to know that there's so much power being in your feminine. And I know for me personally, when I've shown up in my feminine over the last 6 months, or maybe it's a little bit less since completing the course, is people respond to you differently. Yeah. And my daughter responds to me differently, and she'll be like, hey mom, you're wearing a dress, can I wear a dress, can I wear this skirt? And she will want to dance around the lounge room and dance around the kitchen, because again, she can feel that I'm in my feminine and she wants to embrace that energy. So knowing that this day and age, we're in such a fast pace and we can naturally go to that power state, masculine. When people say like, oh, I've got 3 kids plus I've got another one, I'm like, wow, you need to do this course because you need to be in your feminine.
Yeah. It's such a big one. And because women don't necessarily understand it, there's a misconception, I think, out in society as to what the feminine is, and that it is powerful and it is strength and it is beauty and it is grace and it's being vulnerable and it's sharing yourself and it's all of those things, but it's totally misconstrued in the public forum.
Yeah.
So what could a woman expect from doing the course? Like, why would she want to step forward? If she's hesitant or on the fence or like, oh, a bit nervous or a bit hesitant, what would you say to her?
I would say lean forward and just do it. I think back to the course where we had, I think that was 8 of us, and the first call that we had, and we all came into that. You could see we're like, oh, what's this going to be? I don't know. And we shared things that were very, very surface level. Yep. But over the coming weeks, I looked forward to jumping onto those calls and being in that circle of women that you knew you could be vulnerable, you could open your heart, you could trust, you could see that you weren't the only person that was, feeling emotional about things. Like, you could just have that inner circle of women that had your back, and that you were able to fill your cup up, and know that if you're feeling like, oh, I don't know what this is going to be, just you have come upon this course for a reason, and trust that the universe has put it in front of you for that reason. Take a leap of faith and know that you're going to go into that course and you're going to come out a completely different woman for all the right reasons.
Awesome. I love it. Is there anything else that you'd love to share about Fun Fab Flowing in the Feminine before we jump off?
I guess that group of women I know was such a sacred place, and we still talk now. And the fact that I feel like I'm so much more closer to you, and the lessons that I learned in those 8 or 9 weeks, I carry through every single day.
Yeah.
Filling my cup up, being vulnerable, asking for help, breathing, all those things that we can forget in such the fast-paced life. And when we can tap in and we can be our beautiful feminine warrior, beautiful selves, it means that we can then give more to our friends, to our family, to the community, and truly be the best versions of ourselves. And I think something I always think of is, we only get one life, and we want to be able to live every single day. Oh, it makes me a little bit emotional, but we want to be able to live every single day as our best selves. And sometimes we just need a little bit of a nudge in that right direction to be able to bring us back to that compass of heading in that direction. So I want to say, from my heart to yours, thank you for doing this course. And I know that anyone that does it will be so grateful to be a part of it and to step into their feminine essence and to be the best versions of themselves.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, Bianca, and sharing your heart and your love. And ladies, you can see that's firsthand from somebody who's just experienced it. So I love that. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to get to chat with you about it. Thank you so much. Have the best day.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.